All right, folks. Here we are with some economic perspective.
Yep.
The paper is almost done.
About.
The main gist of our paper is that COVID was unfair in many ways, but it was also unfair economically to Gen Z. I know. Everyone say, oh, poor Gen Z. Kind of a shift of wealth to people who were ready to go when COVID hit. I was fortunate enough to buy a house, but Gavin, your generation kind of missed the boat on that.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be other opportunities in the future. But yeah, it was cool looking at the numbers and realizing that financially, it's going to take a while for our wages to catch up with inflation because, yes, some prices have improved in 2024, but compared to 2020 or 2019, they're still way up.
With all the stimulus packages and all the stimmy checks that everyone got, that was a huge component of increasing inflation. Obviously, that was really good to help folks out, but we're seeing the back end right now. And I think a lot of people are angry about it. I think that's a pretty general American thing. We're unhappy about wages.
Spending has consequences.
Yeah, so another topic we were kind of hitting on wages. So I think for me, something that's frustrating is I have a college degree. I'm making as much as I was making landscaping. Now,
before college.
Yeah, actually after college.
So you went to college and now you're like, I make less money?
I make like less money. Yeah. So it's tough. I mean, maybe I didn't choose the correct career path. That's something I think about. But I think it's a reality for a lot of folks too. But like Micah said, you got to look at the balance of things. Work hard. Maybe we can increase our wages. It's going to take a long time for the economy to catch up with our wages.
Well,
I'm not the guy with the answers.
The next crash could be a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
And the next COVID crisis could be a lot worse too. So that's what kind of keeps me up at night, thinking like it was bad.
Could be worse.
Could get a lot worse.
Spend your money now. That's what we're saying.
Maybe, the boomer generation or Gen X was all about going to college, then you buy a house, you get married, you raise kids. Mm-hmm. That's the model. Well, even just buying a house is a huge load. And since that's really not available to you, Gavin, or your compatriots in your generation, what are you spending your money on? Yeah,
well, we talked about this little, I think we're a very different generation. We're not focused on, settling down as much. I know a lot of people love to travel, love to go a lot of places, and not looking to settle down. So the money might be somewhere else. That's something to look at too. And we talked about with COVID, a lot of us don't see saving as a smart investment. Life can change very fast, and what to do with that money is a lot different than the people of the past. So that is a question to think about as well, despite us having a little bit different economic struggles. So that makes sense.
You could die tomorrow, but you might also not die tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a hard question.
You might want to think of how you're financially setting yourself up in the future, which is really interesting. Is like the pensions are going away. I don't think there's any new Gen Zer who's going in for a pension plan. Yeah. Even military federal service is all the your 401k company match, which takes decades to build up. And I hate to say it, but one of your new best producing wealth tools might be that 401k.
Yeah. And I guess that's you got to look at what you can start at. A lot of folks are not optimistic about things and got to look ahead, but it's hard when you can look at all the statistics and the cost of homes. It's very hard to believe that we will be granted any future. But it's a silver lining. Who knows if that's truly true, and things can always change. So.
Yeah, you're looking at everyone who got a mortgage at 2% or 3%. They're going to be locked into that for a while because the houses haven't gone down in price. The rates have only gone up, and it's kind of a little bit of a concern. But yeah, I would say the main thing though that we all need to focus on is fighting the resignation. because it is kind of easy to say, I just give up, I'm going to live for today, spend all my money, and I don't think I'll ever have an opportunity in the future. And I think, you know what? You probably will have an opportunity in the future. You have to proceed as if success is inevitable.
Yep.
Eventually it'll turn, and you got to be ready for it. So
we'll be ready.
all right, we have to go to the beer garden. Everyone, we have.
Hey, and if you don't make any money, at least you got beer.
You'll always have that. All right, see you in the next one, folks.